Hello everyone, today we are going to discuss about a data type that is useful for non-table data. It is known in MATLAB environment as cell data, and in Python environment is known as list data type. It is applicable to hold a set of various data. First, we define a 1 by 1 cell data type that holds an integer value equals to 1. It can also hold a string data type or a float data type similarly. Now, we can define a 1 by 3 cell data type in which all three data types including integer, string, and float are hold. It would be converted to a 3 by 1 cell data type if we split data by semicolon. Parentheses are used to element indicating and data acquisition. Colon is also used when we want to indicate more than an element or data acquisition. A square cell data can be also defined using cell command. Then, we can initialize square cell data using parentheses. As it mentioned prior, each element of cell data can have a different type. We assign the same integer, string, and float data type to square cell data. Similarly, a m by n cell data can be also defined using cell command. Here, we define a 1 by 3 cell data type and initialize it as previous. Cell data types in MATLAB have some defined functions that help us to handle them. IsCell is a function that asks as its input argument is a cell data type or not and returns a logical value. Cell2Table is also a function that converts a cell data type to table. For example, 1 by 3 cell data here converts to a table with a row containing cell data. In contrast, table2 cell converts a table to cell data type row by row. List data type in Python is dual of cell data in MATLAB that is defined by brackets. Similar to cell data MATLAB, here we define three data types including integer, string, and float for list data type in Python. We can also define a 3 elements list data type which contains integer, string, and float data types. Element indicating and data acquisition is similar to cell data type in MATLAB with the difference that bracket is used instead of parenthesis, and indicating number is started from 0 in Python. Similar to cell command in MATLAB, there is list command in Python that make a list data type using its argument. List data types in Python have some methods and function as well. Sort is a list data method that sort elements of list data. It sorts elements as ascendingly in default. If reverse be true, then elements will be sorted descendingly. Len is a function that gets list data type as its argument and returns its length. Sum, min, and max are also functions that return summation, minimum, and maximum of data element, respectively. All is a logical function that returns 1 or true if all elements of list data type be true, otherwise, it returns 0 or false. Any is also a logical function that returns 1 or true if at least an element of list data type be true, otherwise, it returns 0 or false. Append is a list data method that adds its argument as new element to list data. Extend is a list data method that gets a list data type and adds it as new elements to list data. Insert is a list data method that gets location and value of a new element as arguments, and adds it as a new element at the specified location to list data. Remove is a list data method that gets an element from list data, and remove it from list data. Pop is a list data method that removes the last element added to the list data. It can also get indices of elements and remove related value from the list data. Clear is a list data method that clears list data entirely. Index is a list data method that gets an element value and returns its associated index from list data. Count is a list data method that gets an element value and returns its number of repetitions. Reverse is a list data method returns list data in reverse. Two data lists can be combined using plus symbol. A list data can be repeated arbitrary using asterisk symbol. Enumerate is a useful function that returns both index and value of items in list data. It can be used in a for loop. Zip is another useful function that gets two different lists as argument and generates a tuple combining two input lists.